Hello, my name is Susan and this is Susan's Sweet Life. Oh, deep breath. It's that time of year, isn't it? Halloween is over, firework night is over. You know what's coming next. Yes, Christmas. It's such an expensive time of year, isn't it? Not only to be buying all the presents, but all the foods and all the extras, the decorations and all the entertaining and all the Christmas parties going out. So you want to make sure that you are spending your money wisely when it comes to buying those special presents for those special people in your life. Already my family are asking me, what shall we buy you, Mum? And of course I'm like, it's okay, don't worry, just sort yourselves out, buy something for the kids. And they're like, no, Mum, you do so much for us, we appreciate and love you so much, we have to get you a present to show that, because it is the thought that counts, isn't it? The shops are full of gift sets, toiletry gift sets, chocolate gift sets, food gift sets, things that my family know aren't good for me. I'm diabetic, I've got sensitive skin, bath bombs and bubble baths would be no good for me. Because of my mobility, it is not wise for me to be having a bath. So what should they get me? Increasingly what my family and I have been doing is we have been exchanging gift lists. Things that we think we might like or would want. But this year we have upped the game and we have been using Wishbob. Not affiliated in any way, it's just something I came across. Signing up for a Wishbob account couldn't be easier. The only details they ask is for your email address, and then you can create your own wish list. There are 3 different ways where you can add things to your wish list. You can search by a term. Here I am searching for a gratitude journal, which I then add to my wish list. If you're not sure what you want and you're looking for some suggestions, then Wishbob can help you there too. You simply put in your age, of what sex you are, and it will come up with a selection of different suggestions. Here I am selecting an iPhone. Well, a girl can hope, can't she? And I have been very good this year. Or you can go to a dedicated website, get the URL, insert it into Wishbob, and then that will link the item that you have chosen, in this case a pair of sandals, to your wish list. I'm so glad I found Wishbob. It's certainly going to help me with all my Christmas shopping this year and help out all my family and friends too. And hopefully I'll get that iPhone. So by exchanging these wish lists amongst the family, we all know what we would like. You just saw me putting a few things on my wish list. I will expand that wish list. I will put in lots of different things at lower price points and maybe some wishful things like that iPhone. But maybe if I put something in that the family may want to club together to get me, so I have one big main present, then that is also possible. It means although I'm going to receive presents that I would like and I would want, I don't know which ones I'm going to get, because of course I'm not going to get everything on my wish list. Maybe after Christmas, in the Christmas sales, I might be able to go back and buy myself some of those things that didn't materialise underneath the tree. But I do know, we all know, that those things that we do give and find underneath the tree are going to be things that we want and wished for. But of course some people aren't tech savvy or think that that is just too premeditated and sort of quite imposing on saying, oh, buy me this. So it is nice, isn't it, to also maybe go down the more old-fashioned route of coming up with an idea yourself. So now I'm just going to show and talk about some of the gifts that I have received in previous years that I have appreciated, and maybe give you some ideas too. The first thing I've got is jewellery. Jewellery is always going to be something special, isn't it? It you know, it's something that's precious and is going to last a lifetime. I was very lucky. I was given this silver heart pendant by my grandson, and I wish it would come up. It is engraved with special Nana, and on the back it says, "All my love, Jack." So that is a very special little silver heart pendant from when my grandson, who is now 8, from his very first Christmas, he gave me that. Well, of course, he didn't give me that, but my daughter got it for me because she knows how sentimental I am and how these things are special to me, and I've still got it 8 years later. It doesn't have to be, you know, the biggest diamond going, but just something simple and sentimental, I think, is always going to be very well received. Continuing with jewellery. Now, I've got a stacker's box. This itself was a Christmas present one year, but inside I keep my collection of Pandora. Yes, I have got a lot. I always, well, 95% of the time, have got this Pandora necklace on that was given to me by my husband our last Christmas together. But I can put all these different charms on and change them. For example, the one with the amethyst hearts on was a birthday present because that is my birthstone. Paris Eiffel Tower, when we went to Paris, here on my bangle, you know, I've got one that says sister. That was a present from my sister. Another on my graduation day. Pandora. They have got lots of new exciting styles in. Very affordable. So maybe that is something else that you could think about along the jewellery lines that isn't going to break the bank and have that special meaning. I can look at all of those charms, remember the occasion, and remember who gave them to me. I'm not going to forget who gave this to me, am I? Now, this is like a little lap blanket. It's all different photographs of me and my grandsons. Well, my 2 eldest grandsons, because of course the baby is still too young, hasn't had a Christmas for me to receive it. And it says, "We love you, Nana." So that is something that I remember all the time and keeps me snug and warm in the winter. And I know for a fact that that was from Temu and was very, very inexpensive. But the meaning and the love and the effort that went into that means that it is priceless. Now, the trick about buying a very successful present is to be listening and taking note most of the time. I remember the occasion I was in Hobbycraft with my daughters and I passingly just made a comment, "I'd love to take up watercolour painting." They remembered that moment. But what a surprise it was for me on Christmas morning to wake up and open up some art supplies. Some beautiful set of watercolours, a book showing me how to do it, and some art paper. And I really did get into my watercolours, and I'm sort of thinking, well, why haven't I done any for such a long time? Because I was finding it so therapeutic, and this was actually intended to be a present for my daughter, but somehow, I don't know, you just think, oh, is it good enough? And I never really got around to getting it framed. A map of the world I painted because I just wanted to feel like I was going to be travelling to London. This was a picture that I was trying to copy of from my son's wedding. You know, I had very eclectic tastes, and you can see how into it I got. But of course, in the end, I just ended up multi-slacking. And it is something that I think, now I've got them out, I am going to do again. That was a lovely reminder. The gift that keeps on giving, because I feel enthused about them again. Of course, doing YouTube as a hobby means that I get gifted lots of beautiful items throughout the year. And I think my favourite gifts this year was my Teddy Blake handbag. Teddy Blake do luxury right, bringing us luxurious leather handbags, but without those big price tags. Featured in most of the top fashion magazines, they have a Black Friday sale on at the moment and have a vast range at a really good prices for quality leather handbags. Can you imagine opening this on Christmas morning? Not only is it in such a beautiful gift box, but then you open up and you find the dust bag and you know that you've got something really, really special. This is my Ava handbag and I used it so very much all through the summer. The luxury pebble dashed leather just looks after itself, and then of course it's got the added feature of these feet. I love my Teddy Blake handbag, and I'm sure if you was to buy somebody a Teddy Blake handbag, they would love you for it too. This is an empty box, but it shows you what it is. This is a very expensive present that I was given last year from somebody very special, and I am actually using it at this moment to film this video. Presents don't have to be expensive, but if it's something that somebody really wants, then that surprise is really, really overwhelming. Thank you to the person that gave me this. I don't think they're going to be watching, but I do appreciate you and all the gifts that you have ever given me. Now, this is a very different present to be buying somebody, and again it comes back to knowing them well and to knowing what their likes and their dislikes are. My local park has a table tennis table, and I used to take my grandsons there, and he used to say, can we play table tennis? I'm like, I haven't got no bats or whatever. So for Mother's Day, look what I got. I got a set of table tennis bats and some beautifully coloured table tennis balls. So quite often my grandson and I will go along and we will have a little bit of a game. But what I've also discovered is if I move my dining table up against a blank wall, I can actually play myself. I don't need two people. It is an ideal way of me getting a little bit of movement and exercise into my day, and it's fun. It's something I enjoy doing. Maybe somebody you know has got a pastime, a sport that they want to get into, and they just need that push. Go and buy those badminton rackets and those shuttlecocks or those resistant bands or that yoga mat. With the new year coming and all those New Year's resolutions, maybe something along those lines might be appreciated and needed to give them that push. Well, I do hope that this video has been of use to you. My take on a gift guide for your sister, your mum, your nan, your auntie, your friend, your girlfriend, wife, whoever is that special person in your life. Because if you give a little bit of thought, they will appreciate it rather than having just fallen on that default toiletry set or chocolates. I would appreciate it if you could subscribe, give me a thumbs up, maybe a hype, maybe that could be your Christmas present to me. But also in the comments below, could you write down one little thing that you are hoping for this Christmas? Something that you hope is going to end up wrapped and underneath the tree. I can't promise it, but maybe Santa will be reading the comments too. But what I would like to say is, as we're moving in towards the Christmas period and the pressure does become immense, please do not stress. If you are not financially able to buy presents for everybody that you would love, I think at this time of year, in this economic climate, everybody is very accepting of a smaller gift or a token gift. Christmas, after all, is more about who is with you around the Christmas tree than what is underneath it. Take care of your loved ones, and just a simple "I love you" will be the best Christmas present that you could give them. Thank you so much for your company, and I'll see you next time.